This episode of Babylon 5, All Alone in the Night. We'll talk about it after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. Ever since the beginning of Babylon 5, in the opening montage, they say all alone in the night. And it's nice, picturesque type of language. But in this episode, it means something somewhat different. What we have here is a situation where governments are changing, not only on Earth, where President Clark has now taken over after the assassination or rumored assassination of President Santiago, but also Delenn has noted a change in government on Minbar. She's called back to the Grey Council and finds out that she has been stripped of her title and of her position on the Council of the Nine, and a new person is brought up of the military caste. Up to now, the Grey Council has been equally balanced between the religious caste, the warring caste, and the working caste. And now the warring caste has one more member than the others and is taking control. Now, they justify it by saying, well, we know that the Great War is coming. You, Delenn, have said so yourself, and therefore, what better way would we be ready for the war coming by having extra military advising on the council? Now, Delenn does not tell them that she has more of the story than they do, in that the reason of the surrender to Earth. The military caste does not know that the reason had to do with this idea that Minbari souls inhabit Earthlings. It's kind of an odd thing to think about anyway. What they think is just that they stopped the war for morality grounds or some such like that. So there is this lack of communication that is problematic with the Minbari. However, in a routine survey mission, which Sheridan wants to just get out of the house basically and get some flight time, he is captured by this group called the Stribs. Let me try this again. The Stribes. And we don't know exactly who they are, but they have done business with the Minbari before, and that helps find out who they are and how to rescue the captain. I'm not giving anything away, honestly. If the captain is captured, he's going to come back. You know this. But it really is just kind of window dressing for what's going on. And by the end of the episode, we find out this personal matter between a general, played well by Robert Foxworth, by the way, and Sheridan, is to basically to find that what they think that President Clark is doing is staging a coup, and that the Earth Force has always been sworn to protect Earth from adversaries outside and from within. So this creates kind of a conflict with the military. Well, I'm not going to go too far into, honestly, why this will involve Babylon 5, why it will involve Sheridan and who he brings in on his secret. But let's just say that this is starting to engage the story of the Great War. We have an Earth that is suspicious of aliens. We have Minbar, which is also suspicious of aliens. We have the Narns and the Centauri that are in an actual fighting war against each other. And now all of this is coming together into the Great War, where we've already seen some of the early actions of the Shadows, and that's going to change the aspect of all of this considerably. As always, when Ambassador Kosh is featured, he says something that is very cryptic, but something that's crucial to the ongoing of the plot. "You have always been here," he says to Sheridan in kind of a dream sequence. So we know that the big war is going to commence. We know it's going to be against the Shadows. We don't know who's going to be on whose side. We suspect that the Minbari will align with the Earthers, or at least some aspect of the Earthers and the Minbari will. We can't imagine if the Centauri and the Narn are going to be a part of it. And we don't know just what's going to happen as far as Earth's government. It does not appear that it's going to improve. And as we've seen from, except in Star Wars, where a rebel alliance was able to defeat an empire, in real world terms, it's not something that usually succeeds. Okay, that is all Alone in the Night, and what it points out is that there is Babylon 5, there is Sheridan, there is Delenn, that are pretty much out there all by themselves without a whole lot of backup. We do have one little thing there, the relationship between Delenn and Lennier is more fleshed out. What we know is that Delenn considers Lennier to be a trusted but naive follower. But from Lennier's point of view, he's in love with Delenn. You can see it already. You can see that it's working up. He hasn't said anything yet. She appears to be oblivious to it, but he is more devoted to her than just a loyal assistant. And I think we're going to see more development of that coming along as well. So, I'd like to know what you think about it. Please put it in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed, please do. Next week, of course, we have Deep Space Nine, another episode, and the last of the original series episodes, Turnabout Intruder, which is probably the worst, if not worse, of the third season episodes. Honorable mention, of course, to Spock's brain. But that's coming up, and we will drop that, and then the week after will be the beginning of Discovery. We'll start doing reviews on that. So we'll not have another retro review to replace Star Trek just yet. We'll wait until Discovery has run its course, which won't take long, unfortunately, and Doctor Who, same thing. So by about midsummer, we'll pick another retro review to do after those two first-run programs have had their run. So I've already said that you should check in with us, so please do so. And thank you for watching. We'll have some Doctor Who news very soon for you before it makes its premiere. So stay tuned to this channel for that. Until next time, don't go far.